Steam DB. There is a lot of hoorays going on online about, the game performing well, right? As you can see, they have a new all-time peak, 75,000. So for one, if you were on Saturday Night Hypnosis and you were predicting the what am I trying to say here? The players in Steam, everybody on Saturday Night Hypnosis has to take a L. So we're gonna go ahead and let me see. How can we take a L? Let's see. What's the best way we can take a L? Probably gonna choose. I don't know what I want to use. Where's Cook? I'm missing some. Okay, that's fine. I guess we hate being alive. Oh, wrong one.
I say over and over and over again, I hate being alive. I hate being alive. I hate breathing. I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain. I'm in tremendous pain. Help me, help me, help me.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain.
Everybody on Saturday Night Hypnosis hates being alive. Because I don't think it was a single person on Saturday Night Hypnosis who said that this game was going to have above maybe 40,000. I thought I was giving it a high number. I thought it was going to be around 40, 45, 50. I don't think I said 50, about 40,000. That's what I thought. Because in my mind, with the Dragon Age brand, it's no way, I'm saying it does like 25,000. Well, all of us were wrong. It's at 75,000 right now at its all-time peak. So that's worth noting. So, and I said this, I didn't think the game was going to flop. Right? If you thought this game was going to flop on the same, in the same way that Dustborn or Concord flopped, I think you were just kidding yourself, right? There's no way you thought that. Shouts out to Initial Powered in the chat. Shouts out to Javi Nobody, the hate monger. What's going on, my boy? Louis Ferranda is in the chat. So yeah, though. So I just want to throw that out there. We have to hold the L. Keep in mind, there's also people who could be playing this who downloaded it from the EA launcher. Right? We don't know how many numbers is on there, plus PlayStation and Xbox numbers we don't know about. So if I had to estimate, I'd probably say around 150,000 to 180,000 people are probably, 120 to 150,000 people are probably playing this game right now. I don't know. Okay. But hold your horses before you start claiming this game is doing a victory lap, right? Hold your horses. Where we, boy, let me go and get rid of that. I just doxed the hell out of us. I just doxed us again. I was trying to close it. Hold your horses before you start claiming this game is doing a victory lap. Because when compared to video games in its same category with the same amount of hype, this game is touching nowhere near the success of games that it should be comparing with. Starfield is a brand new IP. How did Starfield have a bigger all-time? Now, granted, the game released yesterday, so there's still opportunity for the Steam charts to reflect a larger, player base. But come on, what's the likelihood that they gain 250,000 players in the next week? Not likely. And this number will probably go up by as early as tonight as people get off work and the weekend starts. So I wouldn't be surprised if this game hits 100,000. If it hits 100,000, I think a lot of us on Saturday Night Hypnosis got to put on the clown suit. That's my take. Okay? We got to put on the clown suit. But coming back, if the numbers, the number's not coming nowhere near close to 330,000. You got beat by Starfield. Cyberpunk, it was so much hype built up for that game, such marketing. I don't think it was reasonable for anyone to think that you was going to get close to Cyberpunk. So we'll hand you that. Baldur's Gate. Now, I don't know much about Baldur's Gate as much as y'all know more about Baldur's Gate than I do. Apparently, it was made by BioWare in the beginning. Now it's being made by Larian. 875,000 for a Western RPG. You couldn't even get 100,000? And then even worse, I think we can all agree that Dragon's Dogma is nowhere near the intellectual property that Dragon Age is. If you walk up to a random gamer on the street, not a random person, because most people don't know what these shits are, but if you ask most gamers, which is more recognizable, Dragon's Dogma or Dragon Age, most gamers will tell you Dragon Age. So how is it that a game like Dragon's Dogma had almost a quarter million players as an all-time peak, and you could only get 75,000? Again, with the caveat that you have the opportunity to, do better. You know what this sound like? At BioWare, asses are being taken.
Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain.
I don't think that this is a victory. Now, people on Twitter will use this as a victory to own the Chuds. And me personally, I don't think that the Chuds are in any position to really argue back. Let me rephrase that. We can't argue back too hard. This game is not flopping, but it ain't meeting expectation. Again, two things can be true. The game is not flopping, but it's definitely not meeting expectation. Remember, this game has been in development for 10 years. The estimated budget for this game is around $300 million. So, shout out to Benji who's in the chat. Warlord 12 is in the chat. LV, I'm not fucking up your last name. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just calling you LV. Is that okay? Shouts out to you who's in the chat. Double A in the chat. Okay. I think I'm not going to say this is pathetic, but this is underwhelming. A game that's been in development for 10 years, only reaching 75,000 concurrent players on Steam is underwhelming. It's not a flop. It is underwhelming. It is not my intention to ever get up here and lie to y'all. I know I call myself the grift god, but I'm not going to grift. I'm not going to actually grift. I'm not trying to mislead you. I'm not going to pretend. Even when some of you guys, like even last night, we was playing Dragon Age. For those of you who weren't there and didn't have the opportunity to watch us play Dragon Age, we'll be playing it again at 10 p.m. tonight. Even last night, when I was somewhat enjoying what I was playing so far, there were people in the chat who was calling me the modern audience. And I'm not going to give them any pushback because the game is obviously woke, at least from what we've seen online. And I couldn't lie to them and tell them so far in the 2.5 hours that I played, this game is trash. So if that means that I got to get roasted by my own audience because I can't lie to them and tell them that the game is trash because I know that it ain't, then so be it. I put myself in that box. I'll take those downvotes. I'll take those L's. For the record, I don't think anybody was saying that the game was going to be bad. I just think that everybody was saying it's woke trash, which, based on what we've seen on Twitter and on YouTube and everything else, we've seen a lot of bad dialogue. We've seen a lot of bad. The only thing I'm looking for right now to see for it to get bad is how bad is the story? Does the combat get repetitive? Does the technicals hold up and everything else? Once we find that out, we'll see. Shouts out to Javi the Nobody with the $2 super chat.
My nigga.
My nigga. He says, you're not going to grift on that Harry Sisson level. Who is Harry Sisson? I'm sorry. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. By the way, if you're watching, make sure you guys like the stream. Push us in that YouTube algorithm so that we can, continue to grift. But it ain't just those games that's beating Dragon Age right now, okay? It's also Monster Hunter Wilds, okay? It's also Monster Hunter Wilds. Most played games right now. How Counter-Strike is still at the top, I don't know. I don't want to hate on the game. I never played it before. But I know PUBG is trash. How are y'all still playing PUBG? Like, how is this still a thing? I don't want to go on a tangent, but PUBG is so trash to me. And y'all are just, whatever. Anyway, we'll talk about PUBG another day. We got 700, I don't even know what Dota 2 is. What is Dota 2? 500,000 people playing that. We got close to 500,000 people playing Monster Hunter Wilds beta test. Now, I know what the pushback on this is, right? The pushback is, okay, but it's free. Fair. But if we've seen anything, the amount of people playing a beta test the amount of people playing a beta test is very indicative on who's going to play it. Remember Concord? Remember they could only get 2,000 people to play their beta test? That definitely gauges interest. You can definitely give a pushback. And I don't want to peg this as some sort of victory lap for gamers or for the anti-woke mob because Monster Hunter is outperforming it. Because more than likely, people are we're going to play Monster Hunter Wilds first anyway because it's a limited time before the game actually comes out in February. I played the beta. I thoroughly enjoyed it, although technically, I don't know if it's my PC or what, but technically, the visuals was kind of sus. The frame rate was sus, but everything else, maybe it was my PC. If it's y'all, let me know who else played it. I played it this morning. Who else played it? Saburo Arasaka is in the building. I love that fucking name. That sounds like I'm definitely going to create a character named Saburo. Hey, okay. Securio Berry has been a single mom for 2 months. I put 55 in the Monster Hunter beta. 55 what? I put 55 inches in the Monster Hunter beta character creation so good that I lost No Nut November on the first day. But I mained the bow and it's beautiful. Oh, did you mean 55 minutes? Okay. Javi, Hate Monger says Monster Hunter Wilds beta is free versus $60 game. That's a Cope W. Yeah, I agree. And I don't think that we should hurl it as some type of victory. But we'll see. Once the Monster Hunter Wilds beta is over with, does the Dragon Age player base go up? We'll see.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.